Prop trading shakeup alert, guys. Apex Trader funding just dropped possibly game-changing rules along with even better game-changing possible products later on this year. Top One is flipping the script again and a new set of rules is being announced here, and they say don't worry about it, it's not going to be retroactive. But remember last time they said that it was retroactive. Then you got Thrive coming out of nowhere here, and that one's being led by somebody that worked at Fast Track Trading. Fast Track Trading, you remember the place that rug pulled a bunch of traders and went bankrupt back in November? Stick around because we're going to uncover each one of these one by one and what it means for you and me as traders and trading the future. Let's go. Welcome back, guys, and buckle up because today we're going to be diving into the prop trading world and all the new updates that we need to get into right away. Things are heating up and they're heating up fast. We're going to be going into Thrive. Thrive is a brand new firm that's coming out here, but it's being led by somebody that worked at a firm that has an extremely murky past where they rug pulled the entire, set of traders that they had in their firm, and then they went bankrupt, and a lot of things have come out of that bankruptcy, like finding out all the cars that the owner of the firm had and how things went down. They're still in bankruptcy court. It's messy, and this new firm is being led by somebody that was a moderator in Discord for that firm. So we want to make sure we know what's going on. We're going to go into details on that and see where they're located. Then we're going to dissect Apex Trader Funding's possible new rule change, and also very important, what they think about SROs and their new products that they're going to be coming out hopefully later this year. And then we have, not only do we have another rule change, but it's coming out of Top One, and it's probably like the 15th rule change for that firm this month. I mean, it feels that way. These people changing rules like I changed my freaking socks. It's insane. And what they're promising now is that, hey, don't worry, this is only going to apply to new evals that you buy, new accounts that you buy. It's not going to apply to the old ones. But that's what they said last time, and guess what? A week later, poof, retroactive rule applied, or you can get a refund and go away. Guys, it is getting crazy out there, but we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit easier on all of us. I'm going to give you a $50,000 evaluation at Take Profit Trader completely for free. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to grab that, at least a shot at winning it. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So with all the mysteries going on between Apex new freaking rules and possibly new products, which is actually pretty cool, you got Top One with more rules. We're going to jump into those rules in detail. And then you got this Thrive place. It's just nothing but mystery everywhere. The only thing that's not going to be a mystery is how you can win a $50,000 Take Profit Trader evaluation. And the way you can win it is very simple. Number one, smash the like button right now. Number two, comment in the comment section right this very single moment. Comment something in the comment section. And number three, if you haven't yet done it, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my videos. Let's go ahead and get ready to jump into these videos and unpack all of this. As we do, remember to check out the description and comment section of this video for coupon code all caps JESSEW and all the discounts going on at Tradeify, at Take Profit Trader, at Purity Capital, Apex, My Funded Futures, and a couple more because I only partner with top quality firms. Let's get into it. So let's jump right on into it, and you've already been hearing about it on X, Thrive, which is that new prop firm that supposedly the owner of it was a moderator over at Fast Track Trading. We all know how Fast Track Trading worked and what happened with them and how they went bankrupt and how they're in bankruptcy court. And it all started last year in November when they started to go down, and I told you, be careful. I told you before, like well before it went down, be careful, this doesn't look right. Well, Thrive is a brand new prop firm, and when we zoom in here and we look, this is their address. It's in Nassau, Bahamas. That's right. It's not in the US. It's not in Europe. It's in Nassau, Bahamas. And typically speaking, over the course of time, every time we've seen a place register themselves in the Bahamas, there's usually been some shady stuff going on. Not to say that that's what's going to happen here. Not to say that's what's going on here. It's just a tidbit that one should have as a consumer in the back of their head, knowing in case they do involve themselves as a customer with this firm, be careful. That's all I'm saying. So today I took it upon myself to contact this firm and find out if in fact this is their address, if it's a physical location, and I also asked them why, and I'm going to show you exactly what they had to say. So here it is right off my phone at 12:48 p.m. and you see that I'm talking to whoever Max is. Hi, why is your address in the Bahamas? Hello, yes, that's where our company is based out of. Oh, is there a physical location there I can visit? Because, hey, I've been to the Bahamas multiple times. Maybe I can swing by and take a look at it, right? Well, let's see what they had to say. And here you go. The answer is no. We do not currently have a physical location. We are an internation company made of people all over the world. Wow, you don't say. All over the world. There's just people, lots of people, and they do stuff like, I guess, code and billing and managing the company, marketing, and all that good stuff all over the world. But it doesn't end there, because I go ahead and ask them, such an odd location. Is the owner not in the USA? So I asked that because I really don't know where the owner lives. He might live in the Bahamas. He might. I don't freaking know. So I'm asking, is the owner not in the USA? And I asked this question at 12:52 p.m. Prior to that, answers had been coming and flowing rather smoothly, no problems, no delays. But this answer right here that I'm looking for, well, you be the judge. So at 1:01 p.m., I asked, are we connected? Because I had still not received an answer of this question. For this question, is the owner not in the USA? So at 1:01 p.m., I asked, are we connected? And I want you to see at what time it was that I checked this. We'll scroll out a little bit of this Zoom and you see it right here, 3:42 p.m. That was the last time I checked and I still had no answer. Hours upon hours, no answer to where the owner of this Thrive company trading prop firm is located. Because yes, the company is registered in the Bahamas, but why is it registered there? That is the answer that I want. Why is it registered in the Bahamas? Does the owner live in the Bahamas? If you're watching this owner, go ahead and comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you live in the Bahamas and that's why it's registered. That's the easiest answer in the world. I don't know why Max couldn't answer that. And this is why traders need to be informed. You need to know who you're trading with. You need to know why, how does it all work? What's more or less their background? What are their possible intentions and all that good stuff, because you need to be informed. And speaking about being informed, let's get into this. So let's jump right into this email from Apex. Hi, a message from Apex Trader Funding. The prop trading landscape has experienced rapid change in recent months. Firms have come and gone, and many have updated or completely revised their rules, some multiple times in just the last few weeks. Top one, anybody? Across the industry, firms are grappling with mounting challenges that threaten long-term sustainability, tightening risk management, evolving program requirements, and refining payout structures. These are all part of normal operations, but as the industry has grown, so too has more concerning issues. The rise of bad actors exploiting simulated environments. As prop firm rules have matured, so too have the tactics used to game them. All firms, including Apex, have seen a sharp increase in exploitative behavior, often from coordinated groups. These abuses span a range of strategies, including hedging schemes, extreme DCA, automated bots, high-risk gambling approaches, and particularly copy trading signal services. Now let's go dive into each one of these a little bit, including hedging schemes. We've all known that's been around for a very long time at every single firm, and firms have been onto that for over a year now, and they've been, on top of that. Extreme DCA, I don't believe that's a thing. You either DCA or you don't DCA. There's no such thing as conservative or extreme DCA, in my opinion. It's just DCA based, well, it should be on a plan. Automated bots, that's been around forever. That's nothing new, but I've seen firms talking about this a lot more recent. Is there one out there that actually works? I don't know. It's just weird that they keep mentioning this, and this has been around for many years. High-risk gambling approaches. We all know what that looks like. It's just burning and churning. And particularly copy trading signal services. Copy trading signal services have been around for many, and I mean many years. That is nothing new. So I find that a little bit weird that it's being mentioned as a scheme or something. I mean, that's nothing more than a chat room where the lead trader is up on a microphone, let's say. He's like, hey, I'm long NQ at 21,000. My stop is here. My take profits are there. And then other people, if they want to, they follow that, or they just learn from it, take it as education if the trader's any good, obviously. So I really don't see how, number one, they can enforce anything on that. Number two, how this can be considered a scheme at all. The financial toll is significant. These activities have cost Apex millions of dollars each month, and the impact continues to escalate. To counter these threats, many firms have begun adjusting rules, policies, especially around payouts. In fact, the problem has grown so widespread that discussions have emerged about firms joining forces to combat abuse through data sharing and joint enforcements. One such concept is the formation of a self-regulatory organization, a SRO. We already know that. Michael Patak from Top Step wanted to form one of those, was talking on Twitter about that. Damn right, almost broke Twitter with that topic. We made videos on it. A collective of prop firms agreeing to share data standards and collaborating to identify and penalize bad actors. While this may sound attractive for the collective protection, Apex will not be joining this SRO. That's it. They're not interested in that. They're not at all. We've received many inquiries about our stance. To be clear, Apex supports the idea of industry regulations and believes that compliance frameworks are necessary. However, we believe this oversight should come from formal regulatory bodies, not from the private. And there we kind of disagree some. I do not want any three-letter agencies governing this space at all. There's nothing sweeter than the free market. The free market means that the government is not in there with their sticky little hands trying to regulate things that ultimately, for the most part, in my experience, and I've been on this earth for a small 41 years now, it always shits on the little guy. The little guy's always the one that gets shitted on. Remember PDT? We were $25,000 to trade day trade equities. Oh, we're gonna help the little guy. Bullshit. That didn't help the little guy. And stuff like that on a continuous basis. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe the government should be the one. But I also don't believe prop owners, executives, okay, board of directors, family members of prop owners, prop executive, prop board of directors should be involved in running an SRO. All of those people should be automatically disqualified from running an SRO. So Jesse, who should run it? Well, I mean, you could bring up a couple of SROs that could probably hit the market, let's say, and we'll call it the market. And the masses will pick the one that they agree with. The one who's going to win, it's going to win. The one that's going to win is the one that has the most bang for the buck in sense that they're going to have a lot of money to put their name out there and set standards and say, I think firms should behave this way, and that way. Payouts should be this way, and that way. And then, certain firms are going to agree to that. Certain firms won't. And it's just going to be a free market based thing. Okay. It's just like when we make a video here and I say, hey, I'm putting my name on these firms. I think they're good. I think these firms are good. Which ones? Well, you already know. Check out the description and comment section of the video. And those are the ones that I think are good. That's it. It doesn't mean that all the other ones are bad or scammers. It's just that I think these are good. And that's what an SRO would do, but they have to have some muscle behind them because the market's going to believe that. You know what I mean? Anyways, we move on. Even if these groups attempt to protect sensitive data, the lack of concrete enforceable guidelines make participation too risky. Our commitment to safeguarding customer privacy is firm. All right. So that's what Apex thinks about those SROs. And again, the SRO, if it's done privately, it should be in that framework where firms are going to want to get that golden seal of approval from them, right? So it's an uphill battle on everyone's end. Instead, Apex has chosen to invest heavily in our own tools and infrastructures. We've analyzed years of account data and we've, built a sophisticated system. So that's what they're saying. And then their sophisticated system will flag rule breakers. What are these rules? What are these key takeaways? Some of the key abuse types we're monitoring include hedging within Apex accounts. We know they already can do that. Maybe they can do it more effectively now. Hedging between, monitoring it. Hedging between Apex and external platforms. No idea how they could ever do that. Don't think that they could without SRO. Cycling, churning simulated accounts. I don't really see how this is a big problem. For the most part, the trader's making a little bit of money, breaking even or even losing some money, and Apex is mute. It's mute. You know what I mean? They're either making a little bit of money on that trader, breaking even on that trader, or losing a little bit of money on that trader. You can't always win, is what I'm saying. The house, Apex, you can't win on every trader. Otherwise, you would have no firm. Payouts need to come. Violations of risk management or scaling rules. We've already seen this be something that's heavily monitored and, people get denied on payouts. Use of automated set and forget bots. Again, with this, is there a freaking bot out there that actually works? Because this has been around forever and I keep seeing firms, plural, mention these bots like it's a problem. And for the most part, in my opinion, these bots have always been failures. Holding trades over the market close or through the weekends. I was pretty sure they could monitor that already. Participation in trading, following, or signal services. Again, this is based off the technical analysis for the most part. Most traders are going to trade somewhat similar to this. I don't understand how this is a problem. I don't understand how they can even monitor this. One particularly abusive behavior involves exploiting Apex 8-day payout requirement, where the trader, where 5 of those days must include $50 in profit. For example, some traders intentionally break the scaling rule on a new PA, going all in with max contracts, risking the full balance, often blowing up several accounts before hitting a lucky windfall. Once successful, they meet a $50 trading day requirement, request a minimum payout, and repeat that cycle. These traders expect their first request to be denied and treated as part of their strategies. This violates the spirit of Apex's PA contract, which clearly states trading must be based on real strategies and defined risk, entry stops, and target. Gambling and windfall seekings are not allowed. And then how would they, reprimand you for this? Well, temporary limitations on contract usages. 50% cap, payout restrictions to profits earned since the last request, and disqualification of previously accrued windfall profits for withdrawals over the next 2 payouts. So you don't even lose all that windfall profit. It's just that you cannot request it for the next 2 payout cycles after it's been identified. I kind of like that in the sense that at least, because sometimes they'll hit you, they'll ding you, and all you did was let a winner run. Like me, for example, I like to trade multiple contracts and I scale out and then I try to hold on to some and let that run. And you know, I've never really, I think maybe one time got called a windfall trade on one of those, but for the most part, I, work around it and then I try to get myself back up over that 30% rule, and I'm fine. I get my payouts. So, but I'm kind of glad to see that, at least that profit doesn't just get deleted. So then they give you an example of a trader that, might have violated that rule and, or how they do it. So for example, a trader under probation requests 2,000, they must show 2,000 in profits earned since the previous request, regardless of whether the request was approved. Traders cannot draw from the windfall balance to meet payout threshold. Continued abuse of these systems may result in permanent account closure. To reiterate, Apex will not join an SRO or participate in data sharing agreement with other firms. While we understand the appeal of collective action, we believe internal controls and responsible oversight offer a more secure path forward. Looking ahead, and here's a key, looking ahead, we are working to reduce extended activity in simulated trading and to help traders transition towards live trading environment. Every prop firm must ultimately focus on this goal, supporting traders in becoming fully funded real market participants. And this is key because if this opens up to a lot. Are 20 accounts going to remain but maybe get capped in the future? Are 20 accounts going to go away? So right now, you can request $2,000 a piece out of a $50,000 account on 20 accounts. It's $40K. Will that get capped? Will they only allow us to request, $1,000? Will the 20 accounts be what's capped and it'll come down to 10? Maybe after 3 payouts of $2,000 a piece across 20 accounts, is that going to make us go live? There's a lot that can happen here. What is it that they are thinking about doing? I don't know. It's interesting, but we're going to see that evolve over probably the rest of the year. We're excited about what's coming over the next few weeks and months. We'll be rolling out new programs, products, features, tools, plus extended pathways into live prop trading. The best is yet to come. So let's talk about this here. We'll be rolling out new programs. I remember a while back, and you guys remember that they had mentioned going into direct to live accounts. So having evals plus direct to live accounts or direct to live sim funded accounts. Would that be the new programs and products? It's very possible. And then new tools, well, maybe a nicer dashboard, and expanded pathways to live prop trading. That reads to me like, hey, after X amount of payouts, we're going to push you live. Apex has made a lot of money based off of 20 accounts and a very extended amount of time on that sim environment. This is going to be interesting to see what they're going to have moving forward. I imagine 20 accounts stay, probably get some sort of cap, or after 3 or 4, maybe 5 payouts, they push you to live. So before like the full onslaught of uncapped payouts in that sim environment, maybe that goes away. And what they do is they just push you to live. That might be the case. And then in live, those profits get transitioned into that account. And then there's a set of new rules there on how you can access those profits moving forward. Could be something like that. And then again, the buying of an account that takes you straight into live sim funded. I think that's something else that maybe could come out this year from Apex. It's interesting. It's possible. And then speaking about changes and rules, Top One is at it again with yet another rule change. So many rules changed in just a matter of 2 weeks. It's insane. So here you go. Time we'd love to be number one. And thank you, Uncle Bugatti, for sending me this screenshot. Every day in total payouts. What matters far more to us than being number one is our long-term sustainability. That's why we're making a few important changes effective Monday, May 22nd at 5 p.m. This will apply only to new accounts purchased at that time. Oh my God, when is it going to be? Guys, they did the same thing about 2 weeks ago. This is only going to apply, guys. It's only going to apply to accounts purchased after Sunday on such and such date. It's only for those guys. And then a week later, hey guys, yeah, all those accounts that you bought before the date, yeah, we're going to have to retroactively apply rules there, or if you want, we can give you a refund. So they're at it again with the same joke. This is where we're making a few important changes effective. Boom, boom, boom. You already saw that. What's changing? New accounts only. Bullshit. Profit split. First 20K in payout moves from 100 to 90% from the start. So no more, you don't, well, that's not, so then what? It's just saying that there's no more, you don't have 100% payout period anymore. Like, what are you talking about? Max loss limits on elite and instant sim funded accounts. 100K MLL goes to 3,000. 150K MLL goes to 4,500. All others remain the same for now. And then no daily loss limit promotion for the foreseeable futures on all accounts. Profit targets increase by 1%, 5%, 4%, 3%. First, second, and third payout becomes 6, 5, and 4. Bro, just say you don't want to pay out anymore, bro. Just say you're almost bankrupt. This is sad. I'll tell you why it's sad, because it's going to be another damn black eye for the industry. From the get-go, when this firm launched, I said, guys, watch out. I don't like what I'm seeing here. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this firm can succeed, and I hope that it can stay around for a long time, because I don't want more black eyes on the industry. Black eyes on the industry are not good for business. They're not good for the end user. They're not good for government oversight. It's not good for anything. And here we are on the verge of a possible another black eye. Minimum trading days. You'll need 10 minimum trading days between each payout. Not even Apex. Apex with 8. Yet more changes coming out of top one. Guys, again, I reiterate and tell you, be careful with this firm. If it were me, and I'm a new trader or even a profitable trader, right? And I'm like, hey, you know what? I can work with these rules. I'm going to go try to get a payout over there. I wouldn't do more than one account, but that's me. You do whatever the hell you want to do. You know, I'm not trading top one, and I have zero plans to trade top one. Not looking to trade it at all. Like, I wouldn't even trade this and not say anything, right? Like, not be like, okay, guys, I'm trading on top one. I wouldn't even do that. Like, I'm not going to touch that firm with my money. Why would I do that? It's just getting bad and worse, guys. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.